bit differently this month on the Client of the Month. Got a great lady, her name is Stef. I'm really pleased that she's agreed to tell us her story. But however, she's not massively comfortable being on camera, so you get to look at me this month. But she is here, I promise. She's a real person. There you go. She just waved at the camera. So without any further ado, let's get on with it. Stef, massive congratulations, Client of the Month, thoroughly well deserved. Okay, you've been with us quite a long time. So just for people that are watching, just let them know why you came here in the first place.
Okay, came here in the first place to see, well, I'd given up really. I had plantar fasciitis and it was prohibiting me from doing any of my sports, squash, running, anything. Surgeon had told me that I needed surgery, probably, maybe. Nobody gave me any answers. So I came to see Jim, and he looked at the whole thing. He looked at diet, lifestyle, injury, all the rest of it, history, and looked at the big picture. So actually, I got control of the plantar fasciitis as a result of coming to Jim. So I'm glad I did.
But that wasn't the end of the story, was it? We dealt with the plantar fasciitis, we got through that, and then just give us a little bit more about what's happened since.
Okay, well, I've had various other injuries, but because of the plantar fasciitis, Jim made me look at my diet and my lifestyle. So once the injury side of things were looked after, so to speak, I wanted to make sure that in the future I wasn't going to pick up any more injuries, so I wanted to continue that sort of start to a better, cleaner lifestyle, better living, and looking to the future and trying to get a control of my health. That's what I wanted to look at and continue working with Jim for, yes.
Okay, and for me, that's the real reason why I think you sort of deserve to be our Client of the Month, because yeah, the injuries have been there and they're sort of generally behind you. They maybe crop up every now and then, but it's the strides you've taken from that actually has been so impressive in sort of taking control of your health, pushing yourself to sort of levels that you're not always convinced you can get to, but actually doing it and embracing it, and then sort of looking for the next thing. Is that fair? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. I tend to get a bit dramatic about injuries and think that I can't do any exercise at all. So actually ticking over with my health and reminding that I need to look after myself. I need to be accountable, so I need to come to somebody like Jim to make sure that I do look after myself from that point of view. But yeah, the injuries, they sort of come and go, but generally a lot stronger now.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
A lot more consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you feel in yourself?
Calmer, which is what I wanted at the beginning.
Right.
Yeah. So quite a busy stage of life as well, with having 2 kids. There's a lot of responsibilities, a lot of drawers, and a lot of confusion. It's not just straightforward, and a lot less time to spend on myself. So I needed to get it right with the short amount of time that I had. So actually using Jim to facilitate that is great. Good.
Are there any specific things you can put your finger on that you now have in your life that you don't have in your life that you've put behind you as a result of the progress that you've made?
I think I'm able to have a look at, step away from myself and have a look at what's going on, so I can identify what's going wrong. It's usually reflected in an injury or something that prohibits me doing exercise. It's usually that makes me stop and look at what's going on, because that's the one thing that I love to carry on doing. But it sort of tells me, actually, look at everything else going on and try and get that balance sorted. So I know how to recognise it now, and I know what to do about it, and it absolutely works every single time. It's just that I choose to ignore it sometimes because of life.
One other little point then is, we've worked together for a number of years now, sort of on and off, okay? And I'm delighted to say that, it has been on and off, but, it's always, you've sort of come back and sort of, asked to work with us again, and which has been an absolute pleasure. Yeah. Can you just let me know why you've been happy to come back? What is it that sort of we've been able to keep you interested in?
Okay, apart from it working, like I said, I need to be accountable for myself. So whilst Jim will tell me this is what you've got to do, I'll choose to ignore that sometimes and go away and do my own thing. And so, for example, nutritionally, I'll decide that I'm not intolerant of gluten or dairy, and I'll go and have some together with lots of wine probably. Make myself feel. Okay, apart from it working, like I said, I need to be accountable for myself. So whilst Jim will tell me this is what you've got to do, I'll choose to ignore that sometimes and go away and do my own thing. So, for example, nutritionally, I'll decide that I'm not intolerant of gluten or dairy, and I'll go and have some together with lots of wine probably. Make myself ill again, and then I need to come back and I need to get back into the routine. Jim helps me do that.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. And what about future goals?
Okay, future goals are, well, to continue really, build on the health, make the falling off the wagon life cycle a little bit shorter. I don't know really. I just need to need to keep the health at a good level.
Okay.
Really, to be able to cope with everything that you know comes away, but also, yeah, stress can be quite debilitating physically. So, yeah, controlling the life and making the right choices and you know, doing whatever you want to do in your life. I don't know. I've just done a master's. Jim helped me get through that because he kept me sane and helped me, you know, kept me healthy through that. I don't know. So it's just.
Okay.
I think I've answered the question.
Right. I think, you know, the future goals, certainly the thing for me and the reason why it's been so easy to pick now to sort of reward you for your work is that consistency. That's what you've delivered, you know, over this, you know, the vast majority of this year, and those times when, you know, you do sort of, you know, try and fall off the wagon have got so much shorter.
Yeah.
And therefore, I from what I've seen, your health and your vitality has sort of risen,
Yeah.
you know, considerably
It's much more
higher
consistent.
because of that. So,
Yeah.
okay, great. That's
Okay.
all we wanted.
Right.
So, congratulations again, and let's keep the good work going on.